Have you ever felt like there's a version of you? Stronger, sharper, unstoppable. Trapped behind the life you're living right now? And every time you try to move forward, something inside quietly pulls you back. What if I told you that something isn't the world, isn't your past, isn't other people? It's you, because you are either your greatest saboteur or your most powerful ally. And today, you're going to discover exactly which one has been running your life. Before we move forward, hold on to this thought. Once you see the patterns inside your mind, you will never be able to unsee them again. Lesson 1, recognize the inner battle. Every person carries two forces inside, one that pushes forward and one that pulls backward. One that dreams big and one that fears the consequences. One that builds and one that destroys. You feel this every time you hesitate, every time you procrastinate, every time you say, I'll start tomorrow. This is a silent civil war happening inside you. The battlefield is your mind. Most people lose this war daily without even knowing they're fighting it. They blame circumstances, they blame luck, they blame other people. But here's the truth most never want to face. The enemy isn't outside. The enemy is inside. Imagine a warrior stepping into a battlefield, armor shining, sword ready, but tied down by chains he forged himself. That warrior is you. Fully capable, fully strong, but held down by fears, doubts, excuses, old stories you continue to repeat. And because you created those chains, you can break them. Comment one word that represents what you want to defeat inside yourself today. Just one word. Let this be your turning point. Lesson 2, identify the signs of self-sabotage. Self-sabotage isn't dramatic. It's subtle. It grows slowly, silently, like cracks forming beneath the surface. You don't notice them until everything collapses. So you must learn to recognize the patterns. Do you procrastinate on things that matter to your future? Do you compare yourself constantly and quit before you begin? Do you say, I'm not ready yet, when the truth is you're afraid? Do you chase perfection to avoid starting? Do you blame yourself but never change your behavior? These are the small habits that ruin great lives. They don't shout, they whisper. They convince you to settle. They convince you that you don't deserve more. Picture this, a gifted runner training for the biggest race of his life. He has speed, strength, talent, but every time he gets close to winning, he slows down. Not because he's tired, but because he's scared. Scared of success. Scared of expectations. Scared of failure. So he runs, but never at full power. He never reaches the podium he could easily conquer. That runner lives inside all of us. He represents every moment you accepted less than you were capable of. But recognizing this pattern is already half the cure. Action now. Share this video with someone you know is running with invisible brakes. You might help free someone today. Lesson 3. Understand why you do this to yourself. Self-sabotage doesn't happen because you're weak, or unmotivated, or lazy. It happens because your brain is wired for survival, not success. Your brain's job is to protect you from danger, but here's the problem. It doesn't know the difference between danger and discomfort. Growth feels uncomfortable. Risk feels scary. Change feels unsafe. So your brain does what it knows best. It creates fear. It creates doubt. It creates excuses that feel incredibly logical just to keep you exactly where you are. But there's something deeper. Old beliefs. Old wounds. Old voices telling you you're not enough. Don't try. You'll fail. Maybe someone told you these things years ago, and you turned them into a lifelong prophecy. Think about the classic story of the circus elephant. When it's young, it's tied to a small stake. It tries to escape, but it's too weak. Days, weeks, months pass. Eventually, it gives up. It learns, I can't break free. And even when it grows into a massive, powerful adult, it never tries again, because the prison is no longer the stake. The prison is the belief. That's self-sabotage. You live as your old self, even when your new self is fully capable of breaking free. Action now. Save this video to rewatch later this week. Repetition rewires your mind. Lesson 4. Become your strongest ally. This is the turning point. This is where you stop fighting against yourself and start fighting for yourself. Becoming your own ally requires awareness, discipline, and new choices. Allies build. Allies motivate. Allies protect the mission. And that's who you must become for yourself. First step, observe your thoughts. Thoughts become beliefs. Beliefs become habits. And habits shape your destiny. So question every negative thought. Do not accept everything your mind tells you as truth. Your mind is a storyteller, not a judge. Second step, start small. Your mind respects consistency, not intensity. Make small promises to yourself and honor every one of them. Sleep earlier. Train for 10 minutes. Read 5 pages. These small acts create discipline, and discipline builds an unbreakable inner ally. Third step, change your inner voice. Instead of "I can't," ask "How can I?" Instead of "I'm not good enough," say "I'm becoming unstoppable." Your internal voice should sound like a coach, not a critic. Imagine a climber facing a massive mountain for the first time. Halfway up, exhausted, he thinks, "I'm not made for this." But then he changes the question to, "What can I do right now to keep moving?" And he takes a step. Then another, and another. He reaches the top, not because the mountain became easier, but because he mastered his inner dialogue. That's what happens when you become your ally. You turn into someone who doesn't quit, someone who doesn't freeze, someone who grows. Action now. Comment one small daily action you will start today. Declare it and follow through. Lesson 5. The rise of your best self. When you stop sabotaging yourself and start fighting for your future, something extraordinary happens. Your energy shifts. Your posture changes. Your confidence expands. People notice it. You start living as the version of you that was always there, just waiting to be awakened. You start making stronger decisions. You stop letting opinions control you. You feel ownership over your life, your time, your path. And everything around you begins to shift. Life doesn't become easier. You become stronger because you're no longer your own enemy. You become your own weapon. Think about how fire shapes steel. It burns, melts, bends, and molds it until the steel becomes a blade, sharp, strong, fearless. That blade is you when you choose to become your own ally. Action now. Send this video to someone you truly want to see winning. Be the ally they might not have yet. At the end of the day, here's the truth you can't escape. No one on this planet has more power to destroy you or elevate you than yourself. You are the architect. You are the warrior. You are the weapon. You are the path. And the choice is yours. Keep being your own saboteur or rise as your strongest ally. Do not turn back now. Become unbreakable. If this message hit you, subscribe, comment, and share this video. Because the moment you choose to stop fighting against yourself, your entire life begins to rise.